Jason Shortis with me. Jace, we were just talking about leading into the race, and I asked the question, how are you feeling? And your response was a little bit different to what a lot of pros come back to me with. So let's talk about that. How are you feeling?
Who cares? I mean, really, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how you feel. I mean, I've turned up to these races and I've been feeling $1 million and raced like an absolute dog. And I've turned up feeling absolutely terrible and had the race of my life. So the question about how you're feeling, it kind of doesn't really matter. It only matters how you go come race day when you switch it on. So, yeah, I don't put too much stock in how I'm feeling. All you can do is prepare really well for these things, turn up, and try and eliminate the things that you can, the controllables, and then the uncontrollables, you've got absolutely nothing to do with it. You're going to just roll with it and see what happens. Yeah.
Races, you're back at uni now, you're working as well. How's your prep changed in the lead up to this race?
Oh, look, well, to be honest, that's kind of how it's been for the last probably 2 or 3 years. In that it's been a lot more sort of real world stuff. I don't have the luxury of just training full time anymore. That's kind of what happens when you get divorced for the second time. It's kind of a bit of a luxury, training full time. So every day you kind of got to maximise what you have, and it's been good. Look, I don't do any chunk miles. I don't have the luxury of sitting around at coffee shops doing nothing and talking shit. I think, in some respects, a lot of pro athletes tend to waste a lot of time and do a lot of junk miles and work on their suntan a bit more than probably working on the little 1%ers that really make a difference in their racing. But I suppose from my point of view, I don't take anything for granted. I'm really fortunate that I've had the career that I've had and still able to have the career that I do have. And so I want to maximise every single opportunity that I have, because it could be my last.
Now, what number Ironman is this?
71.
My Lord. When you started, did you ever think you'd be getting to 71?
I actually thought I was a bit smarter than that.
We didn't.
No, I actually thought I had more brains than to keep going for 71 times to try and get it right. But obviously I wasn't. I'm not a very smart man. So here we are again in Busselton. Ironman Western Australia, and I'm actually not entirely sure how many WAs I've done. I think it's be about 6 or 7 I'm up to at Ironman WA. So, but it's Ironman number 71, yeah.
All right, let's talk through the field. Who do you think are going to be the big contenders out there on Sunday?
Has anyone heard of Timo Bracht? Timo who? Timo Bracht?
No, yeah. I don't know. No.
Yeah. Timo Bracht, he's won here before, came 5th in Hawaii this year, had a crap race and came 5th in Hawaii. I'd love to be that luxury. But awesome athlete. I think he's going to be the one to beat. Definitely. Even if he has a bad day, I think if you chop one of his legs off, he'd still go pretty good here. Yeah, look, Matty White's been saying he's going to go well, so I think that, you know, he's obviously put all his eggs in this one basket, and so he thinks that he's going to go pretty well. There's always a few guys that come out of the woodwork. There's always at least 1 or 2 Euros that comes here, and unfortunately we don't give them a lot of credit here in Australia. Some good age groupers racing here too. I know Clint Kimmins is racing here again, and he's a very good athlete. I'm not sure. I know there's always at least 3 or 4 good age groupers that come out and go under 9 hours, and yeah, it's pretty scary.
Absolutely. Well, it gives us some hope for the future with some more professionals. Hope age group is stepping up to the professional ranks. Do you think?
Yeah. Look, I think it's actually a fairly different and difficult transition. I think to race age group, and this is probably a little bit controversial for me to say this because a lot of people won't be very popular, but it's a really different racing for your supper and playing it all on the line and actually having the number on your back as a professional and lining up and saying, well, yeah, this is what I'm going to do and this is what I do as a living. It's a lot easier to chase and not have the expectation upon you, racing as an age grouper, because you don't have to worry about where your next meal is going to come from. So it's a tough gig. I mean, all the pro guys and girls that are out there racing as professionals, they're doing it really, really because they absolutely love it, not for the money, because the poorest people out there on the start line at race day are usually the pros, and they're doing it because they believe in themselves and because they believe in what they're doing and they absolutely love the sport. So I think there's a real age group pro sort of rift, and there shouldn't be, because essentially there's not that sort of thing, but it is really different. Having said that, it's really different racing as a professional than racing as an age grouper.
Yeah, I don't think that's a controversial thing to say at all. I think that transition from age group to pro is a very tough transition and a steep learning curve.
Oh, look, absolutely. It's you know, and you do see it well, I've been around a little while, and you do tend to see that there are some really good young athletes and really talented athletes that come through and go really well as an age grouper, but never quite make that transition. They do take the step of going full time and gaining the sponsorship and gaining the opportunity to train as a professional, but don't quite make it. So, look, it's certainly not easy by any stretch of the imagination. I think that sometimes people overthink it a bit too, and they may not necessarily let it just happen and let it evolve, and putting that much pressure on, particularly on a time frame, and having time frames on your goals of being a professional triathlete can be, can make it add the extra pressure that really tips it back the other way and doesn't give you the success you probably should deserve or could actually get. And so I think, I think just having if for any aspiring pros out there, for any young guys that would like to do it or young girls that would like to do it, I think it's something that needs to just naturally evolve and naturally happen. And I don't think it's something that can be forced, but I also think you probably need to have something to fall back on as well. Going to university at 42 years of age is not recommended.
Jace, pleasure as always. Thank you very much, and all the very best on Sunday.
Absolutely. Thanks, Steph. Go.